I am here in Glastonbury, England, and I'm hiking over to the tour right now with some people from the event here at Portal to Ascension. And I'm really excited to be on this journey. Basically, been really into the Mists of Avalon my whole life, and I'm excited to come here. So we're on the journey now. Everyone's got some Shaman Spears with them. So I can't wait to check it out and bring you all there. Let's check it out. I'm actually getting ready to hike up to the top of the tour, which is a really amazing place from Arthurian legend. And apparently someone over here was just telling me there's all these ancient tunnels under the ground here that Freemasons own now, I guess. So that sounds really interesting, but I'm looking at you, almost part way up. We got Laura Eisenhower over here, Elite, what was her name again?
Jenny Bell.
Jenny Bell. And we're getting ready to go to the Portal Ascension Conference. So this is meeting up and hanging out here. And I'm halfway up the mountain to the tour right now. So let's go check it out. So we decided to take off our shoes and walk barefoot. So it was really incredible to feel the energy at the site barefoot, because this place was really important to the Druids who understood the ley lines in this whole area in England. And the Druids originally supposedly built a tower of stone, or a stone circle at the top of the tor here. And then the tower was built later, probably rebuilt several times, and it was called St. Michael's Tower. So that's the tower at the top of the tor here. And then I ended up going to meet with Portal to Ascension. We did a ceremony because I was there for a conference with them all weekend, and we did an opening ceremony at the top of the tor, which was really incredible.
Pathway of descension, bringing energy down into our body, into our hearts, into our wombs and auras, into the planet itself, and completing so much of the circuitry that is true spirituality.
So next we were brought over to the Glastonbury Abbey, and we were introduced to an Omphale stone, one of the many Omphale stones from around the world. These stones were really important because they were claimed to be called the navel of the god in ancient times, and supposedly had direct communication to the gods. And there are many of these all around the world.
Found more evidence of it in a recent archaeological dig, because they used something called ground penetrating radar. And when they looked at some of these tunnels, when the church found out about it, they actually put a stop.
So the Glastonbury Abbey was supposedly one of the first churches founded in England, and was also founded by Mary Magdalene, supposedly. There were ancient relics here by Joseph of Arimathea, because apparently he brought Mary Magdalene there after the resurrection, and he had all these ancient artifacts with him that were very important to the story of King Arthur and Arthurian legend. And this site was very interesting for a lot of different reasons, but mostly because of, the connection with Mary Magdalene and Joseph of Arimathea and King Arthur and Arthurian legend. So then I was able to see the ancient site of King Arthur's tomb. Apparently him and Guinevere were buried here for some time, and then it was destroyed by King Henry VIII, and then the tomb was supposedly moved, and no one knows where it is to this day. So this site here is called Chalice Wells, and it is the supposed location where the Holy Grail was held for some time. The symbol on the gate here, as I open the gate, is the Vesica Pisces symbol, which is also, you can find the symbol all over in Glastonbury. It's very well known in correlation with the Chalice Wells. The symbol, when it has the two circles, it represents kind of a place between worlds, or the veil between worlds. So this site was an initiatory pilgrimage for priestesses, or the divine feminine, for millennia, I believe. And it's very interesting because you have to go through a series of wells, and it's kind of like this initiatory experience. You have to do different things at the different wells. And as you can see at this well here, the ground is red because the water is actually very iron rich. Because it's filled with iron, when it hits the ground, it kind of rusts over time. And that's why it kind of has this connection with blood, which is why it's important to the divine feminine, this site here. The very last well was the supposed hiding place of the Holy Grail for some time in the legend of King Arthur. And the final place in this series of wells has a Vesica Pisces symbol on it, which is the symbol I talked about earlier. So it was really incredible going through this experience and seeing this site in person, because I wanted to come here for a very long time, and I definitely recommend it. So after Chalice Wells, I ended up speaking at the Portal to Ascension conference. I did a presentation on Avalon going interstellar, which was really incredible and went down very well. So after that, I went to Stonehenge with Laura Eisenhower, and we had quite the adventure. Sorry about the sound quality in my live video here. There was a lot of wind. Hey guys, I am here in Stonehenge, which is 20 minutes outside Glastonbury, England, and finally made it to the actual location. As you can see, it's right here behind me. I actually got a lot closer than I thought I would be able to get to it. And Laura Eisenhower is with me here. She's behind the camera.
Hey everybody.
We decided to do a little tour here today. And, you know, it's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was, and it looks like only half of it is here. You know, I'm actually surprised. I didn't realize it would be so small. So it's actually not quite as impressive as I thought it would be, but it is really incredible. It's really windy out here today, and I'm actually surprised that we were able to get so close. So pretty cool stuff here. Looks like we're actually going to be going to a couple other locations today, possibly Avebury, where we'll actually be able to get to the stone circles there, and possibly some crop circles. So
maybe even a castle.
Stay tuned. Maybe a castle too. So let's check it out. So this is the heel stone, which is where the sun hits on the summer solstice, and basically makes the entire megalithic structure act as a sundial. Next, I went to Avebury with Laura Eisenhower, and we drove about an hour and a half south to check out the site, which is really interesting because it was built in the 3rd millennium BC and is on the same ley line as the Glastonbury Tor and Stonehenge, and they all meet on the Michael ley line, which is really important because these different elements connect together in a caduceus pattern. One particular spot on the property of Avebury is the Tolkien tree, which apparently inspired J.R.R. Tolkien to create the Ents, or the walking trees, in the Lord of the Rings series. Apparently he spent a lot of time actually riding under these trees, and I could really feel it when I was there. I felt very interesting energy kind of almost zapping me in between those trees. It was really crazy, actually. A lot of people come there and like tie ribbons on the tree for like wishes. All I had was this like pink cowgirl boot keychain, so I put that on there. So yeah, it was really a very beautiful, interesting spot. After the Tolkien tree, I was able to experience the stone circle in the middle of Avebury all to myself. There were no tourists. It was really incredible, and to me, honestly, the site was much more impressive than Stonehenge because, you know, there was just so much more to it. I guess the way the stone circles kind of meet together is supposed to represent divine feminine, divine masculine energies. Apparently that's the frequencies they're supposed to be emitting. So I really enjoyed experiencing that to myself in the field, and that was the end of my trip to England, and I had a really incredible time there. So until next time on Apollo's Odyssey, over and out.